Hey there pranksters, welcome back to another how to sneak food into class video. And the title of this video says it all. I will be showing you guys 20 genius ideas that will help you sneak your favorite snacks and candy into class using everyday cheap school supplies without getting caught by your teachers. These school hacks will definitely come in handy when you're hungry in class, especially if you have a mean teacher that doesn't allow for you to eat food in class. For this video, I am giving away a box of snacks to someone from the comments once this video gets 1,000 likes. So if you want to participate, just like this video and leave a cool comment below telling me which is the most overrated candy bar you've ever tasted. Good luck pranksters, now let's get started with these hacks. For this first one, here we have a large can of Pringles, so let me open it up for you guys. See, inside it's packed with wavy barbecue flavored chips, just as expected. So here's how you can sneak this into class. And not just the Pringles guys, but also some bean dip and a can of Sprite. The first step is to empty out the can. Set the chips aside though, as we will be putting them back in later. As for the can, we can't raise any suspicions, so I'll cover it up with a piece of poster paper. It's easy to place on, just wrap it around and hold it in place with some tape. Now we can't even tell it's a can of Pringles. Let's crack open the can of Sprite and place it inside the Pringles can. To have access to it, we'll need a straw, so let's put one in there. With a little bit of hot glue, we can stick the bean dip onto the lid, just like I'm doing right here. Let's open them and let them dry. In the meantime, let's fill up the Pringles can with chips. About this amount will do. Now we can place the lid back on, and since it's see-through, I'll just cover it up with a decorative cutout. On the side of the can, let's write school supplies on it, so our teachers believe that this can actually contain school supplies and materials that you need in class. That's pretty much it guys. When you get hungry in class, just pop open the lid and flip it over. Dip your chips in the bean dip and enjoy. To wash everything down, just sip on the straw to get some of your soda. It's just as simple as that, and now you won't have to starve in class. While at the dollar store, I was lucky enough to find this bottle. It might look a little weird to you guys, but you can pretty much see that the bottom has a secret compartment that twists off. So in there is where I will stash my snacks. For this example, I'm gonna sneak some Oreos into class. I was able to fit in 5 of them. My choice of drink for this will be Sprite. It's easier to pass off as water, so my teacher won't suspect anything. And just like that, my water bottle looks normal and nothing fishy about it, but of course it's filled with sugar as it contains Sprite and Oreos inside. My teachers won't know that. For this next method, we'll need a large crayon box. This one contains 64, and we will also need a supplies box such as this one right here. Inside we have some pencils, markers, and a glue bottle. Well, let's get rid of those except for the glue bottle, as we'll have to empty it out and wash it real good. Once clean, just set it aside. As far as the crayon box, it needs to be empty out, so let's remove the crayons from inside. We will replace them with some cereal, and my choice of cereal will be Cocoa Puffs. You can choose to fill it up to capacity, but this amount will work just fine for me. Just close it up and our cereal is ready. Next, just get your favorite milk and fill up the glue bottle with it. Put the bottle back inside the supplies box and try to put a spoon in there as well. This box had a small compartment on the top, which will work perfect for this. Now guys, if you pack these as I just showed you, next time you're in class and you skip breakfast, just take out everything from inside the supplies box, pour the cereal inside from the crayon box, our milk will come from the glue bottle, and we can easily enjoy our cereal while in class. Just use the spoon to eat it. The box lid will help you not get seen by your teacher. Let me show you guys this cool blue supplies caddy that I found in the school supplies section. I love the design of this caddy. It has 3 compartments, 2 short ones and this really tall one, which is the one that we'll be using to sneak some chips into class. I was able to make a cutout from a foam board that can go inside this compartment. This will help hide our chips. On top, let's glue a binder clip, and while that dries, we can begin to fill up the compartment with our chips. Here we have some Pringles. On top, I'll add some hot Cheetos extra, and over them, some spicy Doritos. That is perfect. Let's cover it up, and to make things a little bit better, let's put some binder clips on it. The other compartments you can fill up with random school supplies to make this look even more legit. Keep this handy on your desk, and when you're hungry, just pull out the binder clips and dig in there to get to your chips. You should have plenty of chips in there, not just for you, but to share with your friends as well. What I'm holding in my hand right here is a stack of flashcards, and really all I need is 2 for this next hack. We'll also need 8 foam board cutouts that are the same size as the flashcards. For example, here I have mine. From these 8, I will take 6 and cut out the center. About this size works. If you try this, just know it's a bit time consuming but totally worth it if you want to sneak your favorite snacks into class. So here are my 6 cutouts. As far as the other 2 pieces of foam board, I will glue my flashcards onto each one. I'll set them aside for now. I'll also be gluing the stack with the center cutouts together. Stack them all up on top of each other just like you see me doing right here. One piece of foam board with a flash card will be glued to the stack. Before I put the other piece of foam board on, I will fill up the center of my stack with some Skittles, but of course you can choose whatever you want. It can either be chips or other kinds of candy. I'll cover up the candy with the other flash card, except that this time we will not glue it on, but rather keep it in place with one piece of tape, just on one side, guys. Now we have a flap that we can open and close each time we want to grab some candy from inside. Look at that, guys. From a distance it will look like a regular stack of flashcards, so there's no reason to question these if you leave them on top of your desk. You'll have a lot of candy at your disposal, just lift up and grab some. I truly believe that I got a good deal for this pack of blue plastic envelopes. I only paid $1 for them, so if you do the math, it's about 25 cents per envelope, and for this demonstration I'm gonna be using one of these. I really like that these are not transparent, and also because they are made of plastic. They can hold food inside easily, and as I've said many times, Pop-Tarts are one of my favorite breakfast pastries. So this is for those of you who skip breakfast and end up being hungry very early in the morning. It's common sense that you would think that I would be pulling out these Pop-Tarts from inside like this, but no guys, we will not be doing that. In fact, the flap we will leave shut. We're actually gonna undo one of the flaps from the side of the envelope for easier and faster access. Now that it's accessible, we can put our Pop-Tart inside and close it shut. When we get hungry, there's no reason to unclip the large flap because we can just slide the Pop-Tart out through the side. See how easy that was? One Pop-Tart just won't do for me. Luckily, I have 3 other envelopes. This round desktop organizer is made up of 2 compartments, one stack on top of the other, and on top there is a cap that we can screw off and on. The way to remove the bottom compartment is to unscrew it and it easily comes off. On that one I will be adding my hot Cheetos just like you see right here. Now I'll screw on the other, and inside of that one I will be storing my lemon heads. This one pretty much holds the entire lemon heads from the box. Luckily this purple cap is not see-through, so we don't really have to tamper with it. As far as the actual storage compartments, we can cover these up with some tape so our snacks won't be visible to anyone. For example, this bottom half we will be covering with red tape, and on the top I will wrap some blue tape, and just like that, there is nothing fishy about this desktop organizer. Whenever I'm craving chips or candy, I'll know where to get them from. Never would have imagined that the Dollar Tree would carry these type of pens. This is a multicolored pen, and when I saw it, I just had to get it. You see guys, in order for this pen to accommodate so much ink inside, there needs to be enough room for them, and for me that will be enough to sneak some nerds into class. This pen easily comes undone when I twist it. Here's the tricky part though, we gotta pull out all the tubes of ink. This will create so much space for our nerds. So let's get rid of those. With this flashcard, I'll make a funnel to be able to put my nerds inside the bottom half of the pen. All I do now is join both pieces together, and that's it. If I happen to be taking notes for long periods of time and I need a boost of energy, I'll just get some nerds from inside this pen. As you can see, there's plenty of them in there. This cup that you see right here comes with small paper clips, and even though I was not interested in the paper clips, I just had to get it because the cup itself will help us sneak some chips into class. Let me show you how. First, we gotta remove the cap. Empty out all the paper clips from inside. Now let's take a few of those paper clips and tape them inside the cup. Here I'm gonna be using clear tape, and I'm gonna do this to a few more paper clips. See, they are pretty spread out. With a couple flashcards, I will block off the view from anyone that wants to peek inside this cup. Just by looking at this, you can assume that it has paper clips in there, right? My choice of chips will be some hot Cheetos flavored shots. Once I have a good amount in there, I can place the cap back on. This cap has an opening on the top for faster access to my chips. The only way to know that there's chips in there is if you look through the bottom. You can also cover the top with another flashcard, but try to make it look casual. I think I got a really good deal at the dollar store for these 2 pencil sharpeners. I only paid $1, so basically it was 2 for 1. Anyway guys, these are a good size to fill up with some candy for whenever we need some sugar during class. So what I'm gonna do here is open up this sharpener, and you can obviously see that it's see-through. but we'll fix that right away with a cutout from this flashcard. Just get the right measurements and cut yourself a piece that will fit inside the sharpener. That way the inside is not visible and we can fill it up with some candy, but we gotta leave enough room to put the top back on. At this point we are done. Just gotta keep this handy in your backpack or supplies box, and when you're in need of some candy, get yourself some. Check it out guys, here I have a box of 24 colored pencils, and what I like about this particular box is how it's set up. If we open it, inside we find 2 rolls of colored pencils, separated by a piece of cardboard. I also love the fact that the front of the box has an opening that shows the colored pencils inside, and that is perfect to avoid suspicion. So all we do is remove the back row of the box. We need that to be empty. In its place, we're going to be putting some pixie sticks in there. Let's fill it up all the way, and that's it. We will have pixie sticks at our disposal to satisfy our sugar cravings next time we're in class. A calculator can become very useful in class, not just to solve math equations. For this example, this one right here, it's not too big and not too small. It's also very important that it has a back cover that can slide in and out. So we will get started by undoing the screws on the back, one by one, so we can pry it open. This one had 6 screws. Once you split the calculator in half, you don't really need the back, just the front. See, I can slide back in the cover, and the best part is that in between there is a big gap that I can use to sneak some candy into class. Here I have some Jolly Ranchers and Laffy Taffy. They fit in perfectly. The calculator will cover them up and no one will suspect anything. But of course, when my sweet tooth starts to act up, I can get a hold of my candy easily. Look at this really cool pencil cup guys. It's shaped as a soccer ball, and inside I don't really have pencils in there, but rather colorful highlighters. I really like the center because it's got a large enough opening for a big lollipop. So I'll just attach my lollipop onto one of the highlighters using some tape, and that is it. I can enjoy this lollipop when my teacher isn't looking, but if I need to put it away fast, I'll just hide it inside the soccer ball shaped pencil cup. It's so much fun to get away with such things. For those of you who own a clipboard like this one that I have here, did you know that you can use the actual clip as a secret compartment? Sure, it's not huge, but you can actually hide a piece of candy under the clip. Right now you might think that there's nothing impressive about this, but you'll wish you had a piece of candy such as a Kit Kat hidden in there on one of those hungry days at school. So just stash one in there, you never know when it'll come in handy. Here's a very clever way to eat some M&ms while you're in class. Just tear off a page from your notebook and try to form a bowl with it while you dump some M&ms inside. Once you are satisfied with the amount, just crumble up the sheet of paper into a ball. Do that to a few more sheets and keep them on top of your desk. It's quite normal to find these in class, so from time to time just reach in there and grab some M&ms for yourself and enjoy. Here are some Oreos that we're gonna be sneaking into class. An ideal way to do that is to get ourselves a pencil box like this one. This is a common cheap $1 pencil box from Walmart, and yes, it is see-through on the sides. Inside we're gonna have 2 crayon boxes. Take some crayons from one box and place them in the gaps between both boxes. This will block anyone's view of the inside. Now that we created some space for our Oreos, we can put them inside just like this, and you can see everything looks good and you can't tell that there's hidden Oreos inside this box. If you have a couple crayon boxes available, empty them out as we are gonna put some chips inside. And don't worry, all crayons are toxic free. You don't even have to clean them. Once you have filled up both boxes with chips, for example here I'm choosing to sneak some hot Cheetos into class, simply cut off the tips from the flaps, and while both boxes are back to back, take a piece of tape and attach both together with it. Now if you lay the boxes in any position, you can hide the chips and nothing will be suspicious, but of course once you get hungry, you know where your chips are and how to get them. Look at this guys, here I have 2 kinds of supplies pouches. These are typically attached to a 3-ring binder. One of these is transparent and the other one is not. See, if I put a bag of chips inside the transparent one, you can easily spot them, but if we were to do the same with the other pouch, there is no way anyone could see that I have chips in there, so I highly recommend if you do get a supplies pouch, you get one that is not see-through. You'll be able to enjoy your chips throughout the whole day in school. Here's something clever you can do with a notepad such as the one that you see right here. Notice how some sheets are rolled back? Well, you can use that space inside to hide some candy. Just tuck it in there. You'll have easy access to your candy while you're doing classwork. Since you'll have many pieces of candy in there, you can share with your friends. I don't want you guys to think that you can only sneak solids into class. Actually, there's plenty of ways to sneak drinks in as well. For example, while I was at the dollar store, I found this really cool zip-up case that looks like it's made to store cans inside. So it makes sense that I put a can of Pepsi in there. You can crack it open and have it available to you while you're in class learning. There you guys have it. 20 ways that you can sneak your favorite snacks and candy into class using everyday school supplies. If you enjoyed watching this video, please hit that like button and subscribe to this channel. Also, don't forget that I am giving away an electric bike on Instagram. To participate, head over to my Instagram at Rio_Nextraker and leave a comment on the designated post. Good luck, pranksters. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see you guys in my next video.